la única que está revolucionando el mundo de la limpieza. Gracias a su sistema de centrifugado incorporado y a su cabezal giratorio de microfibra, tus suelos no solo quedarán limpios, sino que también quedarán secos y brillantes. Todo al mismo tiempo. Date prisa y llévate Spin & Go al increíble precio que aparece en pantalla. Pero espera, que aún hay más. Si nos llamas ahora te llevarás totalmente gratis un segundo repuesto de microfibra para que puedas sacar más partido a tu fregona Spin & Go y que tu limpieza sea aún más completa. ¿No es fantástico? Esta es una oferta única que no encontrarás en tiendas. La limpieza diaria nunca fue tan fácil y cómoda con Spin & Go. Llámanos.
Puedes pagar contra reembolso, con tarjeta de crédito o con la tarjeta de compra del Corte Inglés.
Vamos a pasarlo bien. Disfruta los fines de semana en Aprende Inglés Televisión. Kids Club. Los fines de semana Kids Club duran más tiempo. 1 hora entera para aprender jugando.
Simple, right? We're going to make a bunny rabbit mask.
Vaughan Inglés 4.0. Repasa todas las clases de la semana. El sábado, nivel básico. Y el domingo, nivel intermedio.
Hay que decir todas las letras de las palabras.
Are you there? Yeah, okay, good.
Stuff. Aprende vocabulario de la manera más sencilla.
Today, we're going to talk about camping.
Vaughan en vivo. Tu entrenador personal de inglés también los fines de semana.
Is this Richard Vaughn? I am by far the best English teacher.
Disfruta los fines de semana en Aprende Inglés Televisión.
Hi, and welcome to English on the Go, the show where we take English out of the classroom and into the real world. And today we are in Barajas Terminal 4, to the city center as fast as possible. Hey, wait, I think this is my bus. Oof. By the skin of my teeth. Eso es, por los pelos. It's very affordable, muy económico. Airport Express, 24 hours.
Aprende el inglés que necesitas para sobrevivir en cualquier situación con English on the Go.
Hello and welcome to my living room. I'm Kathleen Hershner. Today we have a very exciting group of musicians here in the living room with you, so it's more like my music room or my music studio as opposed to my living room. And it's kind of a multicultural event as well because all 3 of the musicians that make up the band Summer in Raincoats are from 3 different land masses. I don't think that the UK is an actual continent, but we'll pretend that it is for now. I'd like to introduce you to the members of this band, and I heard just a tiny bit of them playing when we were doing some sound testing, and I think you are really going to like the sound that they've come up with, and I'm going to talk to them first about what they do and how they came up with this sound. But first of all, I'd like to introduce you to all 3 of them. We have a Spanish member, Juan Gonzalez. Yep. Gonzalez, welcome. And then we have a member from Scotland, Lee Moffat.
For my sins, yes.
Yeah, for you. Sitting here for a sense, who's the harmonica player. And then we have one of my countrymen, Bo Maksoud, who's here from the United States of America. Yeah. So we've got a Spaniard, a Scotsman, and an American. Welcome to my living room. You just told me this is your first ever TV appearance as a group.
Yes.
You've been on TV before, but anyway. So I don't know anything about you guys except for the fact that I talked to you briefly in the car, and now I listen to some of your music. So let's start before you play something for us by telling me a little bit about how you came to form this group. Are you guys friends?
Yeah, we like each other.
Yeah. Did you? But did you?
No, it was more sort of random coincidence.
Random coincidence?
Yeah, it was a coincidence.
I bet you a lot of bands are formed that way.
Yeah.
You're musicians looking for other people to play with.
Wasn't even that. I met Bo on the metro one day, randomly coming back from a class, and I just happened to mention I was a singer and played harmonica, and he was sort of like, well, we're thinking of starting a band.
How long ago was this, Lee?
About 1.5 years ago.
Was Bo with his guitar?
He originally started as a rhythm guitarist.
No, but I mean, when you met him on the metro, did he have his guitar? No. So you didn't know he was a musician?
No.
Kind of one of those weird conversations.
Yeah. Lee was writing lyrics, I think, in his book. And
you were spying on him.
No, a friend. Well, we have different stories, but yeah, a friend of a friend, and
different versions of the same story, as I like to say.
But
also just came together from that.
Yeah.
So you guys decided, okay, you're a musician, I'm a musician. We live in Madrid, which is not our home country or home city, and we're going to do some jamming.
Yeah,
first of all.
Yeah.
And then, how did you come into the mix?
I was going to say I had played with Juan before.
Yeah, Bo and I started jamming, and we were looking for a singer. Yeah.
And there you were, Lee, because you are the singer and the harmonica player.
Mind my own business.
So these are just things I'm curious about, because I really don't know any of you, and I think the viewers would want to know the same thing. Juan, how did you meet Bo?
Through a friend, actually. We were in a friend's house in a party, and we started talking about music, and we decided to meet sometime to play guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, and after that we started jamming, maybe every week, something like that.
Because you guys both play the guitar.
Yes.
Lee, do you play the guitar as well?
A little bit, but never with the band.
Okay. Your role in the band is the harmonica player, lead singer.
Yeah, that's me.
Do you sing, Juan or Bo?
Badly.
Okay.
Yeah, Juan actually has a very good voice, but he's shy.
But the group singing, the group Summer in Raincoats is with Bo. I mean, Lee is the lead singer.
Yeah.
You're the singing guy, and you guys are the guitarists.
I play bass actually in the group. Yeah.
But you brought your steel string guitar here today.
Because we're doing acoustic, so we have to sort of change the dynamics up to make it work. Really, you can't have like the bass sort of thumping through. While we're playing acoustic guitar.
Maybe it's harder on TV, maybe for the sound. Well, have you been playing a lot of gigs here in Madrid? I love saying that word.
Maybe like
it's a good word.
Makes me feel so in like the in crowd.
Yeah. You're in the in crowd.
I am today. Have you been playing around in bars here?
Yeah, like maybe one every month, something like that.
About once a month.
You have a standing gig. You'd like to have one.
We'd love one, but to be honest, no. It's nice to play in different venues around the city. Yeah,
in different neighborhoods.
Different sound, different feel, different audience.
Different audience.
Neighborhood.
Well, I suppose if you stay together long enough, and if you continue to achieve even greater success, you'll probably go on tour. Have you been on tour?
Yeah.
A very small one.
Yeah. We played up in Galicia. Juan's family is from there.
Dude, a tour is a tour.
Tour is a tour.
Yeah, we rented a car and we went to Galicia and played there.
5 of us packed into this small Volkswagen.
What is it about musicians on the road and stuff? You know, they always have to be like poor and scrounging around for gas money, and always in a car or a vehicle that's too small. That's like the rule.
Yeah.
Because I was in a band when I was in university. I know it's hard to believe, but I was in a rock and roll band, and we used to drive around in a van to our different locations in different cities, and it was always like we were always hard up for cash, crowded in the van, and driving between 1 and 4 in the morning. It didn't suit me at all.
Age-old tale, I think.
Do you like this kind of lifestyle?
I think it's good to do once in a while. I think to do it continuously would be too much.
Once in a while.
You start to cause
Well, you're young guys. You can
probably
stand it for now.
I have to say, after that trip to Galicia, I definitely had a new respect for groups who can do this 300 days a year. Because I was spent at the end of that weekend.
Well, Bo, a lot of those
nights.
musicians are, if they're successful, they have like fancy buses, you know, and they are sleeping on the bus.
In New Jersey, one of my favorite groups, when they started off, they graduated from university. When they graduated, they played 300 shows a year for 2 years straight. And they'll play 4 or 5 hours a night. And to me, it's just an amazing feat.
So, your friends from university, you're from New Jersey?
No, not my friends. They're a band
well,
I don't know them. They're just one of my favorite bands.
People you know about?
Yes, I've seen them play.
From New Jersey, where you're from?
But
they played 300
shows
out of 365 days.
For 2 years straight. And I was really tired at the end of this weekend, and Juan's family took care of us. You know, like we had very nice accommodation.
As well, give us beds,
thank you, Juan's family.
That's nice.
It was really nice of them.
Juan, are you from Galicia?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Galicia has quite a tradition of music.
Yes.
It's one of my areas, I can say this with all honesty, that it's where my favorite music is from in Spain.
Yeah.
I much prefer the Gallego music to flamenco. I guess it's my family background is Irish, Celtic, so I like that sound.
It's in your blood, you can't help
I suppose. I suppose. Well, tell me, Bo, you're from the United States, from New Jersey. Yeah. Did you study music in university when you were going to school?
Yeah, it wasn't my specialty.
Okay. But you're teaching English here in Madrid?
Actually, I just wrote a guidebook about hiking. Yeah.
About what?
The community of Madrid, hiking, and it's in English, so it...
How did you get that job? I'm curious.
Well, it was something that there isn't an English guidebook about the mountains.
Yeah.
And I like to go hiking. Yeah. And so after a few hikes, I really appreciate the area.
And so you wrote it for the Comunidad de Madrid, not for an international publisher?
No. We might have a publisher right now. It's kind of in the middle stage, so it's exciting. And we set up a kind of, we give tours kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah. So if people ever want to join us on hikes, you can email hikingmadrid@hotmail.com.
Absolutely. Hikingmadrid@hotmail.com.
So that's what I do here most.
All right. Well, maybe you'll be famous in music and as a guidebook writer at the same time.
Maybe. I don't know.
For sure.
So, Lee,
yes,
you're a Scotsman?
I am indeed, yes.
From Glasgow or Edinburgh?
Edinburgh.
All right, there you go. Yes. And you've been in Madrid how long?
3.5 years now.
Really?
More or less.
So you've been here longer than Bo, but not as long as Juan.
Yeah.
I'm guessing on that, Juan, because you're Spanish. And what do you do here, other than being a musician?
I'm a musician and an artist. I paint, and I draw, and I sketch, and I do various bits of graphic design, and that's pretty much
Can you make money as an artist these days?
It's difficult. I mean, you have to you put yourself in a lot of different fields and have a lot of different things on the go at the same time. It's not just the case of like you paint an amazing painting and someone comes along and it's like, oh, €500, you know.
Well,
that's a really difficult thing to do.
I think it is. I have a lot of friends who are artists, some of whom have been on the TV program with me, and I know it's difficult, but you've chosen two professions that are difficult to make money in.
I don't think I chose them. I think
as a musician and an artist.
It's just the way life pushed me. Like,
you don't have like an accountant future lurking in the shadows?
No, I'm afraid not. I tried 33 different professions back in Edinburgh and none of them really worked out.
You're a restless soul, I assume.
Free spirit.
Super talent.
As we're going to see in about 1 minute. I'm going to get to Juan and then we got to get to the music. Juan, from Galicia, what city?
Vigo. I was born in Vigo.
Vigo, okay. And you've been in Madrid for?
Yeah, my family moved here when I was 8 years old.
Okay, so for most of your life?
Yeah, for most of my life.
And what do you do when you're not playing the guitar with Summer in Raincoats?
I work in an IT consulting company.
Ah, so a man that has a regular job. Not that guidebook writing isn't a regular job, but I mean, this is like a pretty traditional way of making a living nowadays.
Juan shaves every day.
Does he?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I haven't had to start yet, but I'm a TV presenter, so if I start to notice like whiskers coming in, I'm getting rid of them. Well, what do you have for the first song? I want to let the viewers hear what you have to sing.
It's a little song called Street Suppin'.
Street suppin'?
Supping.
Suppin'. Like supping, like to sup, to eat? Okay, street suppin'.
More like drinking.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, I call that sippin', but suppin', street suppin'. All right.
Yeah. He's from Scotland.
You know, what can you do?
He talks funny.
What can you do? At least I've understood him so far, so take it away. Summer in Raincoats.
Well, I'm sitting alone in the street. Neck is going down, so cold and sweet. There's more honest than these eyes can handle. Traffic was as bad, thus ensues a scandal. Not just sure of where I'm sitting, but it's 8:45 and the drink buzz bidding. Up this morning, I had this feeling this wasn't my home. I judged with a strange thing that I'm feeling. I know this isn't sweet home. I was this woman lying next to me, thinking this day she was born. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, yes I try but I do wrong. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I try but I always do wrong. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I swear I left the bar. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I try but I always do wrong. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I swear I left the bar alone. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, yeah I try but I was wrong. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I swear I left the bar alone. reminding me of your name. Don't get mad, I can't remember. It's the alcohol to blame. And please, whenever you tell me whatever it was we did last night, I am in my clothes, my pills, and my husband, cause honey, I don't feel right. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I try but I always do wrong. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I swear I left the bar. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I try but I always do wrong. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I swear I left that bar alone. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, yeah, I try but I always do wrong. Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, yeah, I swear I left the bar alone.
I'm going to clap because I'm your audience here today. I feel like I've had a little private concert. Really impressive. I was trying to listen to the lyrics.
It's probably best not to.
No. No, Lee, I'm a musician myself, but I listen to music and harmony more than I listen to words. But I was listening to the words because, number one, I think it's important for the viewers because it can help them improve their English by learning through listening to singing. And also, I was kind of curious about the inspiration for that song because it's like a repentance song. A person who's
more or less,
gotten in trouble with his girlfriend a bit because he's been out drinking too night, and he's been and then he promises he's not going to go to the bar. You know,
it's fiction.
Is it fiction?
All you need is imagination.
Yes, it's 100%
fueled that one.
Well,
character writing, shall we say.
I don't. It doesn't matter to me whether it is fiction or non-fiction, but it's an interesting
it's more
premise
or
for a
less
song.
just about some of the crazy nights you can have living in the city. You know, it's like Edinburgh's quite a small town almost. You know, doesn't have the same rhythm or the same sort of madness as Madrid does. And when I first moved here, some of the nights just blew my mind. I was just like, how did that happen? You know, just waking up in the morning, scratching my head. Going,
well, we've all had that, Lee. I'm afraid to say. Not we've all. I think maybe at least in this room, perhaps we've had that. I don't know. I don't want to. But
good boys.
You know, Scottish people though have such a reputation of being crazy, drinking people, and you know, train spotting didn't help.
No, that really didn't help. No. That really
didn't help
us no favors whatsoever. No.
Your street cred.
Yeah, not really.
Did you write that song yourself?
Yeah.
Street suppin'.
Suppin'. Yeah.
Interesting. Have you, Juan or Bo, are you contributing writers to the group as well, or are these mostly Lee's songs?
Not the lyrics, like riffs, guitar riffs and chords. Yeah.
Well, as I was listening to you sing and play the harmonica, of course, I couldn't help but make the connection between you and Bob Dylan.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, in the sense that Bob Dylan sort of his songs seemed autobiographical.
Yeah.
And they seemed to have a story. There's a lot of almost a talking sound to the way he sings. You're a better singer than he is, I mean, in terms of singing.
You're going to make me blush here.
Well, no. And the harmonica is a key part of my memory of his music. I saw him live in Seattle about 12 years ago, and it was right after he got out of rehab. I was up in Seattle with a boyfriend of mine, and we looked out the window of our hotel room, and he said, "Hey, Bob Dylan is playing in the theater across the street." And I was like, "Oh, wow, that would have been great to go to, because let's go see if we can get tickets." And we did. We got the last 2 tickets. And we weren't sure. It was maybe meant to be, I don't know, we got lucky. But it was quite good. He was subdued. You know, he'd just come out of a pretty long period of not taking drugs.
He's an amazing guy.
He really is.
I mean, I could spend my whole life trying to write one verse. He has his books. That's something else Lee has in common with him, I think. Lee has just so many lyrics.
Stories.
How many songs do you think you've written?
About 50.
Oh, that's it?
No, recently about 50.
But I mean, Lee has volumes of books.
Yeah,
there's like 5 filled books.
You keep writing lyrics all the time.
You just never stop.
And Juan too. Juan has riffs.
It's a good way to pass time on the metro.
So many riffs. Like there was a stage where you were sending us, I don't know, one almost completed song a week.
Yeah,
you know, and with the two of them, it's really easy just to come up with songs.
When I had an idea, I recorded it and I sent it to them by mail.
You mean when you writing music or writing lyrics?
No, I mean,
normally the way it goes is like Juan will write a riff and he'll send it to us, and then whatever feel I get from the guitar riff, I'll write the lyrics accordingly, or I'll go through my books and find something that will fit with it. You know what I mean? It's like.
Well, I've heard musicians talk about the process of creating a song, especially if they are the composer and the singer and the performer. Some people write the music first and then try to fit lyrics. Like it sounds like that's what you do. Whatever inspires you. And then other people are more poetry writers, I suppose. They write verse and then they find music to go with it. That sounds more difficult to me.
It is more difficult.
I think that having the music, sometimes the words just come to you, like the sound of the whatever it is that you come up with.
It could be done the other way around too. If you have a set of lyrics, you can see which lyrics fit with whatever you wrote.
Well, I guess if you have other saved pieces of music, I don't know, you could marry the two. Yeah. You could be a matchmaker.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
So, is music all your first love, or is this something that you do? Yeah. It's kind of a crazy question to ask. I mean, it seems like the answer would be obvious, but you never know.
No, I think it depends on the person. You say yes.
It's been in me since I was this big.
Yeah.
I've wanted to do it. I remember being about 8 years old and going upstairs and putting on a pair of black trousers, a white shirt, a white glove, and going down to my family and being like, right, all of you have to sit down and watch me do Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's so funny.
And did like moonwalks.
White Scottish dude from Edinburgh doing Michael Jackson.
Billie Jean, I think it was. It was fantastic.
But you definitely had a performing, you had like a performing bug.
It was really strange, like when I was a child, yeah, but then through my sort of like adolescent life, I sort of became a bit more shy and reserved and didn't really go into it. But then in more adult life, for sure, I just love doing it.
What about you, Bo?
I don't know. It's with this group, and I think just in general, music for me is just, it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I wouldn't even want to go on huge tours. I love traveling, and that would be an advantage. But, you know, I love hanging out with Juan. I love hanging out with Lee, our drummer, Will. He's from, hey, Will. Hey, Ruben. Will's from France, and he's half American as well. And, you know, he's just a great guy. Ruben, our rhythm guitarist, he's
That's right, because there are 5 of you.
Yeah.
And we only have room for 3 on the sofa there.
But, you know, I just like hanging out with these guys. I like playing shows. Something funny always happens at the shows. Like, it's just, for me, it's fun.
So the experience for you is where it's at. For you, it's the music and the performing maybe, but...
Yeah, I love the music. I love music. You know, like music for me...
You don't have to pick one. There's no correct answer. I think people come to music or to any artistic profession for some overriding motivational factor. Yeah. Like I'm a pianist and a singer, and I was a performer in music theater. I don't talk about it because I don't do it anymore, but for me, I did everything because I like to sing. I learned how to play the piano because I wanted to sing. Yeah. I got into music theater because I wanted to sing. I was not interested in acting or in dancing.
Right.
But, you know, so... Yeah. And what about you, Juan? I mean, Spaniards have such a reputation of being musical and also playing the guitar. So do most of your friends, are they guitarists as well?
I have some friends who are, but I don't know, not all of them.
Almost all the Spaniards I've met, all the Spanish guys that I've met, everybody has fooled around with a guitar once or twice.
Maybe with the Spanish guitar, like...
the classical guitar.
Classical, yeah.
Do you play classical guitar?
A little bit.
Because the style you play in the band is certainly not Spanish. It's kind of like, what do you call it? Not rhythm and blues, but rock.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, blues.
Rock, and that's
You ever been to this place? Well, first of all, let me ask you this. Where have you played in Madrid that has been the most fun for you?
The Roof.
The Roof.
Yeah. One of our friends he manages Da Vinci Hotels. On Gran Via, and it's like the 15th floor or something, and it overlooks everything in the city.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah, we play acoustic there.
Yeah.
Do you play there when you can, like more than once, or was it one?
We've done it twice.
Twice, yeah.
You ever played at a place that's near Seoul called Bourbon something? Bourbon Cafe?
Yes.
Is that still around? I went there once when I first came here several years ago, and they were playing this kind of music. They had a fiddler. I wouldn't even say a violinist, but it was real like hoed down rock and roll. It was cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's so many places in the city. I feel really fortunate just to have as many friends as we do. And
Madrid's a good city for live music, isn't it?
Yeah, it's underground though. Like I didn't know a lot of the places until I met Juan.
The jazz scene is way underground, or was. I was always, I've always been interested in jazz, and it's Spaniards like jazz a lot, but it's not like San Francisco or New York.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to seek it out. But
places seem really expensive as well.
Pardon me?
The jazz bars seem really expensive.
Well,
I've noticed
I
that.
think the one I used to go to, which is no longer in business, it was like a €10 cover. That was 5 or 6 years ago. They went out of business, so clearly they weren't making as much money as they wanted.
No, a lot of places.
Well, I'm going to ask you to play one more song.
No problem.
So, and we'll go out with this song. And if there's any, you got about 30 seconds before you start. Is there anything else you want to make sure I mention? Do you have a website?
I want to plug my blues album.
Do it.
Yes. I've just recently recorded an album with these two guys and 7 other musicians. It's called Borough Blues.
Borough Blues?
Yep. And it will be available in October, I reckon, more or less. Yeah.
How can people find out about it?
They can contact me via my email address.
And what is that?
l.i.m@live.co.uk.
l.i.m@live.co.uk.
Yes.
My short-term memory is fully functioning today, which is amazing.
We will have a website and everything set up when the final production's done.
Okay.
That was recorded at Spaceland Studios, Madrid,
well,
by a man called Rob Green. Sorry.
No, you did a good job. You fit it in. Juan Gonzalez, Lee Moffitt, Bo Maksud.
Yes.
Take it away.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for coming. I've really enjoyed this. Summer in Raincoats. We're going to leave with their last song of the day. I wish there was time for more.
Next time.
Lost in this mental slavery, just plain saying stuck in the wrong game, fading past memories. And who could have said and who could have known the way that we changed is the way we've grown, the way we've grown, the way we've grown. As long as we try, as long as we see, we can catch that hope, we can catch that dream.